So a black-owned dental office had a sign posted that said, "No house shoes, no pajamas, no bonnets," right? And social media was so up in arms that they tried to destroy this woman's business by leaving her bad reviews, saying that the sign was anti-black. I just want to know why everything negative and uncouth has to be labeled black culture. I also want to know why advocating for us to go in public looking like we care about ourselves and how we look is deemed as respectability politics. We should not be condoning and advocating for clear signs of depression, because the only times I've ever been raggedy in public is when something was off with me mentally. Rolling out of bed in the morning and going in public with a bonnet and pajamas on and house shoes is unacceptable, uncouth behavior, no matter what race of people does it. And going out in public looking well put together like I care about myself doesn't mean that I'm trying to be like white people or I'm trying to get white people to respect me. Maybe it's because I respect me. Let's make having self-respect a part of black culture.
So apparently a black female dentist says she won't be accepting bonnets, house shoes, and pajama wearing clients anymore. She gets doxxed and labeled anti-black for setting a standard in how she do business with people. Again, this dentist, she's not denying dental care, she's setting a standard. It is very unprofessional to be running a business, but your office is filled with people coming in bonnets, house shoes, and pajamas. And let's be real, the only people that I've seen doing this are young black women with their pajamas on. I don't know no other races that do this.
Not saying you get dressed like a Tyra Banks top model to go to the airport. That's not what we're saying. But look presentable. You don't want to be looking ghetto, and that's what it is, bro. And people gonna get mad at me for whatever the case may be. But I feel like bonnet and headscarves public is just ghetto. There's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? We from the hood. We seen that. People walking to the corner store with flip flops and shit. Bonnets on, hair all over.
Stomach all out,
you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm fair. Same thing go for men. Do-rags in public is ghetto.
Yeah, I don't rock with that either. Like I don't see how that's like a trend, like a swag. You know what I'm saying? Like
Now, I know many of you remember a few years ago when Monique spoke out against this very thing. She wasn't being, critical or judgmental. She spoke the truth and she said it in love.
Hey, my sweet babies. So, it took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment. And I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love. Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie. And I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie gotta talk to her babies and say some real shit. So, yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get him in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count, and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and their slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose pride in representing ourselves? When did we step away of let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? Let me make sure I'm representing the family I created so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it. So my sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love you too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. Always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies. So I'm just giving y'all a warning. If I see you in the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on, and you got slippers on, and you looking like what? Nikki gonna tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show you what you worth. Show you what you deserve. So all of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen, well, can we start putting it into action? So I'm asking our wiser sisters, when we see our little babies out there looking like they just don't care, and I'm not saying y'all don't, it looks like it. Can we just tap them and say, baby girl, you deserve more than what you're showing. Represent you with pride, my babies. And that may be a part of us helping our community. Because if you look like you don't get, how you going to be treated? So, when I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters that it belongs to. Because a lot of us are still in queen training. So if you're in queen training, stop being fearful of taking your position. And queens don't walk around with bonnets and headscarves and slippers and pajamas. That's for the house. When you go outside, represent you, baby, like you are worthy and you deserve the title of Hey Queen.
Monique is speaking the truth, and she's doing what older women are supposed to be doing, teaching the younger women how to carry themselves. Unfortunately, many older women today aren't teaching, and I don't think that all of it is intentional. There are just some things, many women haven't been taught. For example, now I wasn't raised to leave the house any type of way. However, I wasn't taught to get dressed every day. Now, I'm a homebody. I've never been an outdoor type of person, even as a child. I live in a agriculture area, so we got to deal with a bunch of gnats and mosquitoes, like bad, real bad, to the point that it's aggravating whenever you go walking. And so, what's the saying? Always dress as if you're going somewhere, even if you're not. Now, my husband, he was taught this, but I wasn't. And so it's even something I'm still learning. And I'm 31, because with me, and I'm sure for a lot of women as well, though, if you know you're not going anywhere, you're going to put on something comfortable with the quickness. Now, even though I know better by how I leave the house, what I'm saying is I understand that it all goes back to upbringing. Many people don't know better today and haven't had any examples to teach them how to carry themselves. And this isn't me trying to, condone this behavior. I'm saying most don't know, like they don't know better. There are, however, people who get so offended and mad when you try to help them. And those people, you can't tell them nothing. You can't help them, because at this point they are just defiant and don't want to be held accountable for anything. However, we must get back to standards and start taking pride in our appearance, because anytime a business owner now have to leave a note about how to dress, it's a serious matter of where a community is going.
All right, my black queens, I just got something to say. Y'all might not like what I'm finna say, but guess what? I don't care. Take how you feel. But these are not meant to be worn in public, okay? These right here, these bonnets are not meant to be worn in public, okay? How how you think somebody gonna take you serious with this right here on, okay? I'm tired of seeing y'all at the Walmarts, at the schools, whatever. I mean, what if you run into your coworker, your potential significant other, future partner, somebody, D right here, how they gonna take you serious with D right here on? Leave it at home, girl. You throw a wig on, a cap on, something, but leave this at home. Leave it at home. Leave it at home. Leave it at home, okay? Period. Serious.